Welcome back to the Camilla Tominey Show on GB News. Joining me now is Catherine Atkinson, the Labour MP for Derby North. Lovely to see you this morning. Thank you so much for your time. So the message from the Chancellor about the budget on Wednesday seems to be as follows. Yes, brace yourself for tax rises, but don't worry, your already extortionate train fare is going to be frozen.
Well, I think that my constituents in Derby and those across the country who travel by our railway system, particularly commuters, will have woken up to the really welcome news that for the first time in 30 years, we're going to see rail fares frozen. And that makes a massive difference for people and is a stark contrast to what we saw under the Conservatives, where in 14 years we saw increases of 60%. And I think it's good news for drivers too, because the more people that use our railway, that means less congestion on our roads.
Well, maybe so, but I don't think people are going to be celebrating it if simultaneously they are fiscally dragged into a higher tax threshold, which means that they're having to sacrifice thousands of pounds of their salary. That's going to be a manifesto breach if she introduces it, isn't it? Because if you freeze the thresholds, it's a tax on working people.
I think the cost of living and tackling the cost of living is a primary concern for this government, and I think travel is a big part of that because it's 12% of households' income, and that is only one part of a whole range of things that we're doing on rail, which is delivering our manifesto commitments because we're bringing rail back into public ownership under Great British Railways, which will have its headquarters where I am now in Derby.
OK, but if working people end up paying more tax in whatever way it may be delivered, either obviously or by stealth, in freezing thresholds, that means that working people will be taxed more and therefore it's a manifesto breach, isn't it, Catherine Atkinson?
Well, we've only got a couple of days left before we find out what is in the manifesto.
We've already found it all out.
Well, I think there was lots of speculation last year as well. And what then was delivered is £24 billion for our NHS. And we've seen wages increasing and inflation coming down and 4 interest rate cuts, which has managed to reduce people's mortgages. So I think we will wait and see what happens on Wednesday. But the cost of living
sector wages
is crucial.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
Public sector wages have gone up, junior doctors' wages have gone up, and yet still they're threatening strike action. Rail wages have gone up, and yet still they're threatening strike action. So many people listening and watching this will go, what's it all been for?
Well, we also saw the minimum wage go up, which for many that was £1,400 a year. We saw wages go up 10 times. We saw wages go up more in 10 months than we saw in 10 years under the Conservatives. So to see wages going up, inflation coming down, does mean that people feel better off, and that's what we need to see more of.
Do you know what else has gone up with the minimum wage? Youth unemployment. So in Derby North, you've witnessed a 15% rise in 18 to 24-year-olds claiming the dole. Youth unemployment is up to record numbers after the minimum wage was put up. So you're giving with one hand and taking away with another.
Well, we're taking really long-term decisions to ensure that we are delivering what we have committed to, which is to give every young person a guarantee of either training or education or work. And that's hugely important. For far too long, we had young people written off, and this government will not accept that, which is something I'm really proud of. In Derby, we make things, and we have incredible skills. And whether it's trains, planes, or submarines, we have got good, well-paid jobs, and that's what we need to see more of.
Okay,
which is
hang on,
why
Catherine Atkinson, I'm sorry, I've got to stop you there. I appreciate what you're trying to do. You're a Labour backbencher, but you cannot possibly say that you're investing more in young people when youth unemployment in your own constituency is up 15% in the last year. Overall, the figures suggest that youth unemployment has increased from a 14.8% a year ago to 15.3%. OK, so Labour has made youth employment go down. Unemployment is up. How on earth can you say that that is investing in young people? There's more people on the dole now than there was when the Tories were in power.
I absolutely want to see investment in young people, and I want them to have good jobs. I want them to have well-paid jobs that they can actually build lives and families around.
They don't have any jobs at the moment.
Well, what we have seen, and we've got more jobs coming, which I'm really pleased about. And in Derby, we've seen not only the £9 billion that Rolls-Royce, our biggest employer, has secured to deliver the nuclear reactors for our at-sea deterrent. We have also seen massive investment in small modular reactors. And we've seen massive investment. We've just had this week our Prime Minister announcing the deal that we've got for our civil aviation as well. So it's important that jobs are good jobs. And it is, I completely agree that it's important that we invest in our young people and in skills.
But that 50... Oh, you're frozen. Let's hope that you come back.
College for construction. And that we need more of. OK,
but this 15% increase in youth unemployment is absolutely the Labour Party's fault and not the Conservatives, isn't it? Because it's happened in the last year. It's happened in the last year.
I am impatient for change. I'm probably one of the least patient people you will ever find. And sometimes things can take time to turn around.
Right.
But we're seeing really tangible investment in our city. We're seeing really tangible investment in jobs going forward. And I do want to ensure that our younger people are benefiting from the new apprenticeships and the new skills and the investment that our city is seeing.
All right. A YouGov poll has put the PM and the Chancellor on the lowest approval rating of anyone in that post in history. Rachel Reeves at -57. That's lower than Kwasi Kwarteng. We then have a More in Common poll, which asked the following question, Catherine Atkinson. How much confidence do you have in Rachel Reeves to handle the British economy? Do you know how many percent said, I have a great deal of confidence in Rachel Reeves?
I don't. But what I do know is that
4%.
I have a great deal of confidence in Rachel Reeves.
Why? Because only 4% of the British public do.
Because I want to see us building in the foundations that we have seen put in place. And I am really pleased that for working people, we have seen those 5 interest rate cuts. I'm really pleased that we are seeing wages going up with inflation starting to come down. And I want to see even more growth that so much work is going into. We've had record investment. I want to ensure that everyone is feeling a part of that.
And government spending is at a record high. Taxes at a record high. We've now got her announcing that she probably will scrap the 2-child benefit cap. So Labour cannot be taken seriously at all on trying to bring the welfare bill down, can it? She just can't stop spending. She's like a drunken sailor, isn't she, Catherine Atkinson?
I definitely want to see investment, but Rachel Reeves has also been absolutely clear that we will not. We will ensure that when it comes to day-to-day spending, that will be paid from taxation, and that we will see debt coming down as a proportion of the economy. So
you're confirming that we're all going to be taxed more. So we're all going to be taxed more to pay for Rachel Reeves' spending.
I think that what is absolutely essential is that we continue to have the stable, unified government that we have seen to be able to continue to deliver our manifesto promises, because I want to see people better off. And in my constituency, we've seen one of our areas, Chaddeston West, which was completely ignored by the Conservatives, getting £20 million over 10 years. And those decisions will be decided by local people. It is about making sure that money goes to where it's needed. And I absolutely want to see opportunities for all people in my city. And I think that is what this government is trying and succeeding in starting to deliver.
All right, Catherine Atkinson, we're running out of time, sadly, but I think stable and united government perhaps isn't the right word to describe a government that's now being challenged by Andy Burnham, Wes Streeting and possibly Angela Rayner. Very final, quick thoughts. We're running out of time.
I think that it's much more fun for people to speculate. But I haven't had a single Labour MP come to me and say they want to change leader, because we're focused on doing the job. And that is about delivering real change for working people.
All right. Thank you very much indeed for your time this morning, Catherine Atkinson in Derby North there. Thank you.